Good morning, dear students. In the last class, we saw how that meditations help us in this world. In this world where there is full of tension and worries, where there is a competition so high and there is a lot of stress for us to work hard. In this hard working time, how meditation help us to develop stress and uh, help us to develop a stress-free environment. It reduces our tensions. It helps to keep our body and mind calm and relaxed. So we must perform meditation after 10. We must perform meditation each day at least for 10 to 15 minutes. And for doing meditation, we must select a very silent place, and we have to sit there and we have to focus on our breathing. Now in this chapter today we will complete the question answers. So first question, why do people want to have peace? So this answer is given on page number 10. First, you can start from here. Everyone wants to have inner peace. The moments you will write because, and after peace you will write because. The moment you have it, it brings in your mind the images of silence and stillness. It creates an environment of happiness. This is your answer number first. You have to write because and after peace. Next, second answer, list 5 benefits of meditation. So same page number 10. Here 5 benefits of meditation are given. So you will have to write the 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5th. You have to write this 5 meditation benefits. This is your answer number second. Third answer, define ahimsa. So this answer is given on page 11. Page 11, third paragraph. Here, when we do not cause any harm or pain to any living creature by means of our thoughts, words or deed, it is called ahimsa. This is your answer number third. Next, answer number fourth. What does the Holy Big Gita say about anger? So same page number 11. This paragraph you see, the Holy Book Bhagavad Gita says anger causes loss of memory and loss of consciousness. It is like madness that leads to death. This is your answer number 4. Fifth answer, meditation acts as a tonic for your mind. Explain how. This answer given on page 5. This answer is given on page number 13. Third paragraph, page 13. Third paragraph, meditation acts as a tonic for our mind. It is a vitamin that nourishes your mind completely. It is a daily dose that will make you bright, healthy and alert and efficient in everything that you do. It will grant you wisdom that will help you to walk on the right path in your life. This is your answer number 5. Next, 6th, what is the moral of the story? A big nail. So same page. Same in this page, you can see when you plant the meditation in your mind, you reap the fruit of peace. This is your answer number 6. Next, yes or no? First, meditation relaxes the body and soul. So it is true. Meditation reduces our creativity. So it is wrong. First one true, second wrong, third one Gandhiji was an apostle of non-violence and ahimsa, true, third one true, fourth regular meditation makes life brighter and happier, true, Rohan had a good temperament and always remained happy, it is wrong. So first one right, second wrong, third right, fourth right, fifth wrong. Next, here are some words related to meditation, put them in correct column. So just I will make you how to do, and as this you have to do the homework, so I will help how to do this. So first, meditation decreases what and increases what? So meditation decreases, first meditation decreases stress, increases creativity. You have to like do this, है ना? Meditation decreases health problem, increases memory power. So you have to do like this. What is the benefit of meditation, and what is the what the meditation decreases and what the meditation increases. You have to complete this exercise is like this. So it is your homework. Okay. Now next, some students were facing problem in understanding chapter number first. So just we will revise once chapter number first, what is given in the chapter number 1. Okay, first, God our eternal guide. So dear children, in this chapter it is explained who is God. What, dear children, in this chapter it is explained that who is God, where he is, and why should we believe in him, and what is the way to reach him. So first of all, let us know that everything in the world is created by someone. Like our whatever we see, the things near under us, like our television is created by the mechanics, है ना? Next, a table or chairs, these are created by carpenters. So everything is created by someone. So who created man? The biggest question arises, who created man? So the answer to the question, who is the creator of the man or creator of the nature? So there is only a one answer, that the creator of the world is God. So who is God? God is our heavenly Father. Who is the God? God is our heavenly Father. He is always with us whenever, in whatever situation we are, that is either we are happy or we are sad, God is always with us. Whether we believe him or not, he does not have any kind of relation with that. Any kind of relation with that, we must always believe in God. God is present everywhere, and we should thank for him whatever he has given us. Now, why should we thank to God? We should thank to God because though we are human, we have brain, we can do many things, but as other animals cannot do, because we have a very sharp mind, and due to our mind we can do many things as possible by us, only us, and not by the other creatures of the world. But though this we are having this mind, scholarly mind, but we cannot do many works like the plants prepare their food. We have studied now. So without plants, the survival of human beings and other animal is not possible on earth, है ना? As you are seeing that in this world, as this epidemic COVID is going on, though human have a great mind, but still without the God we are not able to save ourselves. Why? Because the God we the humans are not bigger than the nature. So we must thank God that He gives us every day a beautiful life, and we must always have a gratitude towards Him, and we should always be grateful to Him for whatever He has given us, like strength, knowledge, wealth, etc. We can show our gratitude to the God by helping the poor and the needy people around us. What are the ways that lead us to the God? So purity of the heart and the choosing the right path. Purity of the heart and choosing the right path are the ways that led us to the God. What is the right path? The right path is only the way that we should do the good deeds or good to the others. We should never harm others, and we should not do anything that may hurt anyone. So these are some of the ways that led us to the God. And children, always remember that whatever the situation is there, God always comes to help His devotees. As we have seen this beautiful story about the Kumardas and the snake. In this, the Kumardas and the snake, Kumardas was a crippled boy, as he was unable to move here and there, and once when he was sitting around near a temple, and once he went to temple, a snake came, and we have seen how a mongoose came and killed the snake and saved the Kumardas' life. And Kumardas thanked the God, as according to him, God came in the form of mongoose and fought a fierce battle with the snake and killed the snake and went away and saved the life of the Kumardas. So we must, to reach the God, we have to follow some of the principles which lead us to the God. So some of the principles which lead us to the God is, first, follow what is clearly revealed. That is, we must follow the right path. That is, we must perform the good deeds. That is already explained. We should work according to the good of other. We should not harm anyone. God definitely guide us. So in whatever condition is there, whenever we are unable to understand anything, just wait for a moment. God always shows us the right path, that what we have to do next. God expects us to use our intelligence, as God has given us a scholarly mind. So this scholarly mind we have to use in the good of other, and we should not do anything that may be harmful to the others. God never shows us more than what we need to know. This line says that God never give us the things that we are not in the requirement of. God does not give us everything in advance. We should wait for the things. God knows when we need a particular thing, and He gives us that thing at that particular time. Never tell God what He must do, as God is the Heavenly Father. He knows everything. He is the creator of the world. So we must not give our opinion to the God, that why you have not done this, why you have not thought about this. So we must always wait for the God, and we must always think that the God will help us, or God will give us the thing whenever He will think that the thing is now necessary for us. So the moral of the chapter is, God always protects His true devotees, and we must thank God. We must thank God by helping the poor and needy ones, and we should always follow the right path, and we must always believe in God, and we must have faith in God.